They'll try again here. 2nd and 10.
Yeah, here we go. Right to line.
Here's Prescott. Here's a screen set up to Williams. And they'll get about 8 out of that one, but still a little work to do now on 3rd down.
A gain of 9 brings up 3rd and 2.
Shotgun snap for Prescott. And that is incomplete.
So prior to that 3rd down call, Mike, I thought they put themselves in a pretty good situation. At that down and distance, they had run and pass, both at their disposal, but nice job by the defense being up to the task. Force the incomplete, brings up 4th down.
On the return, it's Tracy. That's a nice job of making things more manageable for this offense as he takes it back beyond the 25-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
Short one there to Bellinger. Oh, nice open field tackle there. He could not get free. They're going to stop him for no gain.
A bit of a quick hitter here, and what you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot. But they knew it was coming, and they end up holding him to just a short gain.
And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
He sniffed that one out from the jump. I mean, once he diagnosed and knew where the ball was going, he got there in a hurry, and he put an end to that play really before it ever got started.
So they'll talk over what to do on this 3rd down play as we have hit the end of the 1st quarter. It's the Giants leading this one early. We're back to Arlington in a moment. Here's a 3rd and 10. Out of a shotgun. It's Dart. He's going to have the 1st down and then some. That's 17 yards, and that's a 1st down.
3rd downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on 3rd downs, that is a recipe for success.
On 1st and 10, here is Dart. The outside, caught by Neighbors. And he's going to be out of bounds just beyond midfield. First catch for him on the afternoon, and it results in a 1st down.
Really nice job there, Mike. I mean, he sees the blitz coming and just gets the ball out of his hands. Understand where your outlets are. It results in an easy pitch and catch and move the chains.
And he'll be out of bounds inside the 30-yard line. That's a gain of 16. This offense is humming. A 1st down.
And these are the explosive runs that open everything up. There's all this conversation about the value of the run game, but when you take a look at the best running teams, Mike, it's not necessarily how many yards they run for, it's how many big plays do they generate.
Back to the sideline and intercepted.
I think you chalk this one up, Mike, to just a rookie mistake. And anytime you have a young signal caller behind center, you're going to have to deal with some of these ups and downs. Every once in a while, they're just not going to see the coverage. They're going to get baited into making a bad throw. That's kind of par for the course. The key is how fast can these rookie quarterbacks turn the page, move on, and not make the same mistake again. All right, so anytime you're facing the blitz, the best thing you can do as an offense is just get the ball out of your hand. Get into the hands of receiver, run after catch. In this case, nice job by the defense, rallying to the ball. Modest gain.
Play action now. Prescott. He's got a man. It's CeeDee Lamb. brought down inside the 15. A big connection from Dak to CD. 52 yards.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone. And this is where you have to finish drives.
First down, Prescott. Oh, trying to set up the screen, but that is going to fall incomplete.
Well, it's pretty clear the main reason why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the inefficiency of this offense and primarily out of the quarterback position. I mean, to complete less than half of your pass attempts, it just makes it very hard to compete at a high level consistently in the NFL. And if they want to find themselves having any chance of getting back into this game and winning this one, he's going to have to get a lot better with the ball.
This one caught at the 4. And he's in. What a drive. C.D. Lamb. Touchdown, Cowboys.
Mike, we used to have a saying that it was the responsibility of the receiver to run the route through the eyes of the quarterback. And I think this is a great example here. Two guys clearly on the same page. Quarterback expected his target to be at a certain place at a certain time. He's there, ball's delivered accurately. He's able to pick up the rest with his legs, and that's a big-time connection for the touchdown.
So back to level after the touchdown. Time for the kickoff. This is fielded inside the 5. And how about this? Here comes a reverse. And he'll bring it out to the 22-yard line. That's where the offense will take the field.
Their own 22-yard line.
Boy, some bulk in the formation on that right side here for 1st and 10. Here's Dart. That is caught downfield. It's Johnson, the tight end. And he'll be taken down up past the 40-yard line. He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a 1st down.
Next way to start the drive here. Really good protection by the guys up front. Good decision by the quarterback to find his read. Ball's accurate, ball's on time. Now they're able to start this drive and get on the move the right way.
On 1st down, Dart. That's to Robinson. He's got it. And he'll be marked down at the 45-yard line. First time these two have connected this afternoon, and it'll wind up being a 1st down.
A gain of 11 on the play. 1st down, Giants.
Operating from the gun, it's Dart. That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by Deron Bland. And the Cowboys are going to take possession here at their own 33.
For these young rookie quarterbacks, every snap in the NFL is an opportunity to have a lesson learned, and sometimes the lessons come a little bit harder than others. In this case, they kind of fool them with their blitz package. It's a little bit more complex at the NFL level than it is necessarily in college, and I think he just got a first-hand taste of just how fast this pressure can get on you, and sometimes when it speeds up that clock, you can make a bad throw.
That keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 40-yard line.
Now a 2nd down throw for Prescott. That one too far out in front to be brought in, and it's incomplete.
So I actually really like the concept of the pass play, and I think if we see a little bit better pass protection, even just a second longer, that's probably a completed pass, but I think the pressure just sped his clock up just enough, Mike, that he wasn't able to get that ball exactly where it needed to be.
3rd and short. Prescott. He's going to have the 1st down and more. And they will finally catch up to him and get him down. A big play for the Cowboys. 37 yards.
This defense just gets punched in the mouth on that one, Mike, and it just seemed from up here that not everyone on defense was on the same page, and the offense was able to take advantage of it. The defense has to clean things up here in a hurry, because if they don't, they could be in for a long day.
He's going to be marked down at the 12-yard line. A gain of 11 on that one. That's good for a Dallas first down.
Cowboys first down. First and 10 at the 12-yard line.
Yeah! Wide 8.
It's another run here for Williams. Not much happening there, just a short gain.
Taken down at the 11-yard line. A gain of a yard. Brings up second and 9.
Here's a second and 9.
We're going to 54. Wide 8. Wide 8. Wide 8.
Go play action. It's Prescott. That one incomplete. Good job. Textbook there. Separated the man from the ball, and it'll bring up third down.
It's now third down and 9 yards to go.
Here we go. Here we go. Straight. Wide 8. 47.
And the Giants here will use the first of their timeouts to talk things over before third down.
Under. Wide 8. Then we're going to 53. 26.
Operating from the gun. Here's Dak. That is caught. And he'll take it on in. Jake Ferguson. Touchdown, Dallas.
And that was just a great drive. Really from start to finish, Mike, you could see the play caller just really finding his rhythm. Mix and run, mix and pass. It results in the touchdown pass, but really everything they did, the entire possession worked.
And trouble on this extra point. It is blocked. After that play, it stopped an injured Giant on the field. Halftime is looming, so the athletic training staff will get a chance to look him over during the break.
Brandon Aubrey to kick off for the Cowboys.
So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. Here comes a return from the 5. Oh, he's got room past the 30. A very good field position to start as the return is past the 40. Here's Dart on first and 10. A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up second down.
I think he knew in the back of his head, Mike, he had to get rid of this ball a little sooner than he would have liked. And with that pressure getting there in a hurry, it just ends up being a wasted down.
On second down, Dart. He'll look deep here for Neighbors. That one knocked away. It is incomplete. Very good job defensively. Stayed right with him, and will bring up third down.
So they dial up zone coverage. This time it's 2 deep safeties. And what they do is they're going to split the field in half. In each safety, they're going to read the quarterback's eyes. And when that front hand comes off the ball to throw, they've got a break. So they've got a lot of room to cover back there. In this case, a really nice job contesting the throw, knocking it away.
First down. First and 10 at the 40.
To the air again goes Dart. That one incomplete. The defender right there to make the play. And it's second down.
Sometimes it's those footsteps. I don't care how long you've been playing or at what level you've been playing at. And that defender's bearing down. You really get a good idea of what guys are willing to go through contact to secure a catch. And in this case, what guys are unwilling.
And he he's going to have the first down as they move into field goal range here at the 25-yard line.
A gain of 19 yards. And the Giants.
On the give, it's Scatterboot. He'll struggle to get back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe gets a yard out of that one. It's second down.
1 yard gain.
Looking to throw. It's Dart. Oh, he couldn't set his feet, but he completes it anyway. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down.
A gain of 7 yards. And it's
3rd and 2, and it's Dart. He's got his tight end. That's Johnson. And the Giants going to be set up with 1st and goal. They're able to convert on that 3rd and 3.
that's another.
I love the way the ball's been moving around to different guys this drive, Mike. I mean, it really keeps the defense guessing and off balance. And now, this defense is going to have to figure out how to keep this offense out of the end zone because it's 1st and goal.
That's going to wind up incomplete. Not much time remaining. Time for one more snap here in this first half.
That was a perfectly timed hit, and I think it actually saved 6 points, Mike. He got there just as the ball did, and I think it was the contact that separated him from the ball.
Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. That's hauled in at the 2. To the goal line and in. Daniel Bellinger. Touchdown, New York.
You hear coaches, you hear commentators, everybody talks about that middle 4, Mike, the final 2 minutes of the 2nd quarter and the first 2 minutes of the 3rd quarter. Here they are now. They go down and they steal a late touchdown to end the half. Remember, they're going to get the ball first coming out of the break.
13. So, final seconds of this first half. Looks like they'll take a lead into the locker room as the kick's away. This one brought in at the 16-yard line. And he's going to be taken down. That is going to do it for us in this first half. Certainly a tightly contested first half, and you'd expect more of that here in the second half. A 1-point game as quarter 3 begins. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The drive will begin with a run by Scatterboot. And he'll get it up 5 past the 30-yard line.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
From the 31, here is 2nd and 5. Dart. That one's incomplete. Good coverage there. Made it uncomfortable for the receiver. Couldn't hang with it, and it brings up 3rd down.
I got high standards for offensive players, but in this case, Mike, I think I'm giving all the credit to the defender. He timed that one up perfectly, and what could have been an easy play ends up as an incomplete.
And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down.
I just don't like the look of this passing game, Mike. It just seems a bit erratic. On top of the 2 straight incompletions, they've already turned the ball over through the air. And truthfully, with how dangerous some of these throws have been, they're lucky it hasn't been even more.
They'll go, and here's Dart. That's incomplete. Daring call on 4th down. Does not work out. And it results in a turnover on down.
You know, more often than not in the NFL, games are won based on who wins critical downs. Well, that fourth down attempt right there was exactly that, and this defense came up huge for a big-time fourth down stop.
Trying to find some place to go, but nothing developing. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 1.
I can promise you that is not how they wanted to start this drive, Mike. I mean, to get blown up at the point of attack, there was just nowhere for the back to go on that run.
Play fake. Prescott. He's going to let one go. Deep for Lamb. That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very good there. Contact jarring the ball loose. And it's going to force 3rd down.
Yeah, here we go.
From the shotgun, it's Dak. And that one's incomplete. They really ratcheted up the coverage there. And they force 4th down. On for the field goal now, it's Brandon Aubrey. This one from just under 50 yards. Aubrey's kick is good. And the Cowboys will take the lead here in the 3rd quarter.
Job number 1 on this drive, find a way to get the lead. They, of course, would have loved to score a touchdown, Mike. But 3 points here, that's a pretty good consolation prize as it moves them out in front.
On the return, it is Tyrone Tracy. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive.
At their own 26-yard line.
They go 3 tight ends here on 1st and 10. They'll start with an option play to the right. And the struggles continue. He's dropped behind the line again.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on 1st down, but that's exactly the case here.
Catch made right side. It's Johnson. And he'll be taken down after a gain of 9 and 3rd down. Coming up.
Once the quarterback gets flushed out of the pocket, Mike, he has to make a split-second decision. Does he remain a passer and give his guys time downfield to work open? Or does he turn into a runner, just try to pick up some positive yards with his legs? I think in this case, the extra time paid off. Remained a passer, found an open target downfield, and he's able to get the ball to him for a nice completion.
Ball out to the 35-yard line as they come up for 1st and 10. They'll run out of the gun with Scalaboo. A modest gain, maybe 2 yards. It's 2nd down.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Throwing, Dart. Open man, the tight end, straight down the field. And they will bring this into the red zone. Big connection inside the 20. A big play and a much-needed one as well. 47 yards.
At the 16-yard line.
Ball down to the 16-yard line. And it's 1st and 10. To throw is Dart. Flush to his right. Taking off.
Initially, Mike, a really good job by the defense. Nowhere to go with the ball for this quarterback. He's forced to pull it down and turn into a runner. A little slow reaction, and he's able to actually pick up a pretty good gain.
They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. Quick throw on the RPO is complete. And he'll take this one in. Daniel Bellinger Roger. Touchdown, Giants. His second TD of the game, and this one gives his team the lead. Now, a two-point conversion attempt coming.
The Giants will line up for the
Out of the gun, here comes Dart. That's going to wind up incomplete. They tried for two, and it does not pan out.
16. To kick off for New York.
So out is Gano after the touchdown. He'll send this one away. On the return, here's Turpin. A very good field position to start as the return is past the 40.
Take over first and 10 at their own 41-yard line.
Yeah, here we go. Like, here we go. Go to 54. Go to 26.
They'll start this on the ground. It's Williams. And some good running there. He'll fall forward for about 7. We'll get a stoppage here. There is an injured Cowboy. Athletic training staff looking at him, so we'll step aside. From the 48-yard line, here's 2nd and 3.
Yeah, here we go. Like, check.
A shotgun snap for Prescott. Throw here down the field. Will fall incomplete. He was looking for George Pickens there. And it's going to be 3rd down.
It's been a bit of a pedestrian game for this quarterback and ultimately this passing game here today, Mike. And I know they all would have loved to connect on that deep throw. I think that stat sheet would have looked a whole lot different, but just a little off in their execution and leads to an incompletion.
And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35. Just his first catch. They have held him in check so far. But that one gives them a 1st down.
It just seems like whenever they need a big play on 3rd down, you can almost guarantee that he's someone they're going to try to get the ball to, and certainly easy to see why. Clutch play by everyone involved and keeps the offense on the field.
What more could you ask for on 1st down? Nice run of 8, setting up 2nd and short.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Here we go. 26.
On the ground, this is Miles Sanders. And he's going to pick up the 1st down. He'll get down to the 15-yard line.
This is a situation that play callers love to be in, Mike. They have all their options on the table. 2nd and short, play action pass, you can run. In this case, they choose to keep it on the ground, play it safe, pick up the 1st down.
Dak going to give this to Blue. This defense all over this one. They get him down behind the line. It's a loss of a couple.
The speed and the get-off by the big interior defensive tackle, Mike. I mean, he got through there so fast, he almost took the handoff himself.
On 2nd down, it's Dak. A quick throw. That's complete on the slant. And the Cowboys are going to have 1st and goal, trying to finish off this drive with a touchdown.
46.
Dak to throw. And he's in. Devontae Williams. Touchdown, Cowboys. Now Aubrey for the extra point. He's got it. And the Cowboys go up by a field goal as they lead it by 3. So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. We'll go ahead and just cede the touchback here. This ball over the back line. It'll come out to the 35. They'll start this on the ground with Scatterboot. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage.
Taken down right at the line of scrimmage.
So, 3 quarters have come and gone.
Second and 10.
Back with more after the break.
35-yard line.
You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. Second and 10. Out of shotgun. It's Dart. And he'll just bite the bullet and throw this one away. That was a good idea. He didn't force anything there. But now it's going to bring up 3rd down. Here's Dart. Open man, that's Slayton. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. 23 yards on that pass play. First down, Giants.
At the 42-yard line.
Here's the toss to Scatterboot, heading right. And the struggles in the running game continue. They take him down behind the line.
So much of what makes a toss play so good is it allows you to get the ball on the perimeter of the defense really quickly, and it doesn't stress all of your backside blocking. But on the downside, it does get your running back running east and west. They're running sideways for the first couple steps, and for the defense that can run to the ball, they're able to get you down for a loss.
A gain of 6 yards. And
Operating from the gun, it's Dart. This one is taken in downfield. Big completion. And he will get into the end zone. Malik Neighbors. Touchdown, New York. What a game this has been. Back and forth we go, and that 4th quarter score changes the lead one more time.
And we've seen the lead go back and forth, Mike, and now the question is, can they get a stop? Can they find a way defensively to hang on to this lead and get themselves this big win?
So now playing with the lead after that 4th quarter touchdown, trying to kick it back the other way. The return starts at the 13. Oh, nice return, but he takes a big shot at the end of it.
32-yard line.
In a minute, but can't steer it no more. Riding the wave, but now you're chilling on shore. What you used to be a rich when you're inside. Here we go. All right, in. Splitting thing.
Now it's a bootleg with Prescott. Throw on the run is complete. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35. A big one here in the 4th quarter. 36 yards.
Big-time play there as they try to cut into this 4th quarter deficit. At this point in the game, Mike, remember, you're just going to get a couple more possessions, so you have to make the most of them, especially with the lead being this close for the taking.
Pass completed right side to Ferguson. And he's into the end zone. Jake Ferguson. Touchdown, Dallas. His second TD of the game. This one gives his team the lead. Now this, an important extra point here to stretch this lead to a field goal. He's got it. Cowboys go up by a field goal as they lead it by 3.
Giants 27.
So now playing with the lead after that 4th quarter touchdown, trying to kick it back the other way. This one taken at the 7. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line.
28-yard line.
In motion, it's Robinson. Dart going to tap this one forward. And he's going to get this one out to the 43-yard line. Terrific starter there. Gain of 15. and a first down.
And the Giants first down. A gain of 15. And the Giants first down.
On first down, it's Scatterboot. And their woes in the running game continue. He's going to be taken down behind the line.
It's a loss of 2.
And they've really done a nice job defensively holding them in check. I mean, ideally, you'd want your back to average around 4 yards a pop, but they're falling short of that threshold as of now, and partially it's why they find themselves trailing at this stage in the game.
That's caught, and it's Cam Scatterboot. And they will finally run him down. It's a big play when they needed it the most. 31 yards.
What I love most about this was just the ability of the quarterback, Mike, to so quickly go through his progression. You see early on at the top of his drop, his eyes are downfield. Quickly realizes there's not a lot of opportunities downfield. Check it down to your back and see if he can pick up the rest after the catch and move the chains with his legs.
And they're going to get this all the way down inside the 5.
That's another
Catch number 7 so far in this one. And a first down.
goal at the 4-yard line.
Scatterboot, and he's going to be stopped just short of the goal line. Couldn't reach that ball across, setting up second and goal.
Brings up second and goal.
A little closer. Here's second and goal. One more time, it's Scatterboot. Trying to find a crease in that mass of humanity, but he's going to come up short. That's a timeout for Dallas. It's their second. Talk things over before third down. They'll run the sneak, and he will drive his way into the end zone. Jackson Dart, touchdown, New York.
Giants.
Certain quarterbacks have a knack for that, and he finds the space to get in the end zone for the touchdown, Greg.
Yeah, just a good old-fashioned quarterback sneak. Kind of a play that's taken the league by storm. Not necessarily the tush-push like we see up in Philly, but just as effective here, Mike.
Giants 34. Cowboys 30.
So now playing with the lead after that fourth quarter touchdown. Time to kick it back the other way. Short kick taken just inside the 20. And he's brought down right at the 35-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Dak going to throw it here on first down. The pressure gets there, and down he goes.
At this point in the game, you find yourself trailing. There's only so many possessions left here in regulation. And now after that first down sack, this is on the verge of being another wasted possession, and they're getting pretty close here to desperation time.
Here go 46. 46.
Now a second down throw for Prescott. That's down the field for Lamb. And the ball out of the reach of the receiver. Ball's incomplete. He was trying to get it to C.D. Lamb. Now it's going to be third down.
I'll tell you what, Mike, with this guy's speed, he's not an easy target to overthrow. So that's one of those where they're telling this quarterback, throw it with everything you got. Just lay it out there. And more times than not, he's going to run under it. But in this case, just a little bit too much on it. He winds up overshooting his man.
Dak facing third and long. And that is incomplete. Contact, but no flags. It's going to be fourth down.
And that's exactly how you teach it. They want these defenders to time the hit, that right when the ball gets there, you separate the receiver from the ball. And those are the ones on offense, man. You just have to make that catch, Mike. I know it's easier said than done, but you know the hit's coming. You've got to squeeze that thing, brace for impact, and make that play for your offense.
54, 180. Sway. 46, 46.
Now or never, they'll throw on 4th down. And that's going to be incomplete. They had to take that chance, trailing here in the 4th, but they will turn it over on down. On the ground, it's Scatterby. And he'll be taken down as the clock ticks towards 2 minutes to play. Cowboys going to use their 3rd and final timeout, and they'll get together prior to the 2nd down play. Once again, it's Scatterby. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage at best. Might have even lost a yard there. 2 minutes remain in the 4th quarter. We'll come back and finish this one off after this. This crowd into it now as we get to 3rd down. They'll drop to throw. Throwing off his back foot, and it's taken in. And they're in business now. He is out of bounds inside the 10. Ball resting on the 9. 1st down and goal. Victory very much in sight now as they'll take a knee. So a road win here for the Giants.